Good morning, good evening. You know what time it is. It's 3 a.m., also known as bad decision time, and my mana base is a cry for help. Yeah, so this is Elementals. This is a deck that's being played in Modern, theoretically. An Omnath, Risen Wreath, Modern Horizons 2 cards dot deck with Ephemerate to blink your free elemental things. Not me and Volrath have been working on this kind of build a little bit in Vintage for a while. And so I was like, what better use of my all access pass from playing in the Origins event on Friday than to get some sweet looking Magic cards and put them in a Magic the Gathering deck. So yeah, this is a Magic the Gathering deck. Um, what do I say? What do I say? I mean, I have these, and I have free counters, and I have Omnath and Risen Reef for a value engine. I can flicker these things with Evoke so that they stay in forever and get massive value. And I get to play 4 Cavern of Souls, which we all know Justin likes Cavern of Souls. For this deck, I personally have created what I consider to be one of the worst looking mana bases I've ever seen. It is a 6 fetch, 3 basic, 1 of every non-black dual land mana base, which I don't actually know works. But in theory, it was the best I could come up with. So we're gonna give it a shot. Sideboard, we get to play this card, which is freaking lit. It pumps my team. It also pitches to Endurance, Solitude, Force of Vigor. Pretty happy about that. Some Force of Vigors in the sideboard. Needle, Ingot Chewer, an Elemental. A little bit of a blast from the past. And then some Graveyard Hate. So we might be playing against Bug round 1, which is exciting because I think our deck should maybe be reasonable against that. Let's go find out together. Good morning. It is morning. Guess what? It's round 1 and I have a cat. It's been so long, chat. It's been so long since it's round 1. I have a cat. This time it's a cat beast, but oh. Yes. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. It does not seem like it is the most powerful it could be. Though it probably would beat Bug. I think 5 lands is a little overkill. Though it does cast all of my spells. So, you know, a little here, a little there. Oh, this deck's so good. It's so easy. I'm just gonna bin the Harbinger. I don't know. I'm not sold on this card. So we'll just get rid of it. I never have to deal with it. Okay. We have an Underground Sea here for sure. Is this what happens at the 3 a.m. challenge? Opponents just fire Ancestrals on their turn and let me negate them? I mean, I accept. There are 50 players in this challenge. You got it, homie. Well, give our ancestral results. Nope. Fun. All right, well. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. We could be winning this game if my opponent plays like a Tarmogoyf. Or a Dreadhorde Arcanist, maybe? Um... So... I think I'm gonna just do everything now. Because I can't really cast this Omnath. And this thing can't live. So... I'm gonna Ephemerate to just keep my 3-2 in play, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do that. You'd have to pitch 2 Omnaths. But probably fine. Alright, so if I draw a land... Well... I can't... Oh, I could have pitched the Ephemerate, is what you're saying. Yeah, I probably could have done that. If I draw a land, I can just get a Carrier, so... Yeah, I probably could have... I don't know. There's like a lot of upside to having a 3-2 lifelinker right now. Because my opponent doesn't really have a clock, but I will have a clock. Could be wrong, though. My first instinct was I wanted the creature. I really like land. Cavern, I would like the most. Okay, sure. Cavern? Fury, sure. Sure. I really wish my Ancestral had resolved. No, they only have 1 days in their deck. Omnath would be fine. I could have kept Omnath. Okay, so now my opponent has got a Mystic Sanctuary back their Ancestral because I couldn't find a land in time. Oh, I'm so tilted. I really feel like I should be winning this game, but my opponent's draw was just like too good, right? Ancestral with days back up on turn 1 and to force my Ancestral. Like, my opponent could be winning this game by an even larger margin if they just chose to cast Ancestral on my turn instead of on their turn. So, like, I feel they have played badly and they're going to win by a lot, it looks like. So, oh well. Jeskai things. They pitched a Monastery Mentor? That can't possibly be right. You could just play Mentor Ancestral this turn. I guess they don't need Mentor because they're already winning by so much, but come on. I mean, we did draw beautiful cards. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Sure. I mean, our opponent has just absolutely Jeskai high rolled. This is the most possible Jeskai high roll. Like 2 Ancestral. It's just by far the most. I do think that maybe I definitely made a mistake with the Ephemerate, but it wasn't going to change the outcome of this game very much. So I did draw my plane, so my Endurance is not castable, which is fun. But like if I had drawn this land the other turn, then I could have put the Endurance into play or something. Like they're going to Ancestral for a 3rd time, so I probably have to endurance and response. I probably have to do it now, to be honest, because I don't really want to let them have hard cast. Force. This probably means they get to just like DAC into Preordain and cast a Preordain, and I lose anyways, but I don't really think I'm allowed to let them have a mana open beforehand. Wow, they missed. Okay. Unless they drew it. Yeah, okay, dope. I mean, I can Fury both of these at some point, too. Flamekin, would you like to cast Flamekin Harbinger? So that would have actually let me cast Fury, which is funny. Oh, they're going to search for an elemental card, chat. They failed to find an elemental card. Holy shit. Okay. Dope. I mean, I think I'm going to get countered, but oh well. This one I will wait till the Ragavan is in. Oh wait, this thing doesn't have flash. Never mind. You know, you gotta learn some things the hard way. 4 lands in hand isn't gonna win anyways because they have deck. We're not winning this game, but I'm just trying to learn some things, you know? See how my deck plays. Honestly, for my opponent drawing the absolute high roll, it didn't play that badly. There's not much like waking up at 3 a.m. and just getting your shit kicked in by Ancestral Days Force. Cast Ancestral, cast Ancestral, cast Ancestral. Oh, I shuffled the Monastery Mentor back in their deck. And then they drew it, of course. Okay, all right, game 2. I am astonished with my opponent's level of mastery. I don't know, deck looks kind of perfect. All right, whatever. Let's run it back.
Elementals hype.
Yeah, that's the one. I don't think Surgical is a terrible choice, but it doesn't seem necessary. I like how we got great use of our negations with that Ancestral. Yeah, that was a hell of a game 1, let me tell you. Was a hell of a game 1. Let's try this again. I have a cat. I have uncounterable Risen Reef if I draw a land, and I have a Force. Sure. Why not? And a Mox. Yeah, I think this matchup should be good. I really do think this matchup is supposed to be good, but good God, is my opponent making me feel like it's not? Like I have 4 caverns. I have Oh my lord. Oh, land, please, for fuck's sake. Sweet. So what does this say? If it's a land, it goes into play tapped. If it's not, it goes into my hand. Dope. I reveal it. Look at the top card. All right. So if I draw a land next turn, I can hard cast Solitude, which is cool. Uncounterable. What? My opponent! You can get and cast Ancestral if you go using your Pearl. Does that mean they must have swords then? I might go back to bed. They might have swords, right? It's possible they have swords. Brainstorm. Brainstorm? What's happening? If they already drew it, why wouldn't they cast it? I think I'm just gonna hold these up. I leave Ephemerate up. I have Hardcast Endurance. Uncounterably. You got it, homie. I mean, if they wanted protection, they would just get like a Flusterstorm. Right? Okay. They just drew one of the cards they brainstormed without fetching. And they didn't use the Pearl. They could have used the Pearl for colorless. I'm going to lose this game. 0%. 0% to win this game. 0%er. Oh, I probably should have... Oh, they have Ancestral, of course. They must have had Ancestral. Like, it's the only way this makes any sense. This is a Teferi? This is a Mentor? You can't play a Mentor knowing I have an uncounterable Solitude. Maybe you can if you just have Black Lotus as well. Time Walk, I assume, then? Let's just go the whole distance. This is fucking stupid, man! Why is my opponent getting the only playable fucking Jeskai draws in the history of the universe? Mm. Look at the card. Unfortunately, I had to tap out of my ephemerate here, but I have to kill the mentor. I don't really have a choice in that matter. I don't think swinging is super good. I mean, I think I'm still winning. I'm pretty sure I'm still winning, so. Pyroblast my Risen Reef when my ephemerate is down. Alright, that's pretty good for them. Dreadhorde Arcanist, I assume. Oh gosh, sure. Maybe we're not way ahead. What do I know? I'm just a vintage player. My opponent is clearly on another level. Prismatic ending my endurance. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I take 8 and go to 11. Yeah. And then a Lavinia. Wow. Okay, sure. Sure. They are tapped out though, so we could maybe do some ephemerating. White, red, blue, green. Omnath. Not a great draw. I get 4 life though. So I think I just attack with this and see if I get the free attack in and then ephemerate it. Because if they block and we trade, I think it's fine. Because I wasn't gonna block with the Solitude anyways. So if they have force, which they shouldn't have force, right? They should have 1 land. I might block. I think maybe I just won't attack and I'll just ephemerate. Oh. No, I'm just trying to think if I can get this 3/2 lifelink in. I don't think I can. So they have to have a force here. They don't. Okay, I'm just gonna hit a monk. And then next turn we can blink it again. Okay, I mean, I think we're stupid far ahead, so. Well, I guess if they answer Omnath, we're not that far ahead. Lavinia counters the rebound. Yeah, I guess so. Sure. I think it's still better of me to kill a monk token. I think it's. I could always ephemerate the Solitude in response and kill the Lavinia if I want to, chat. The number one thing that I don't like about ephemerating is not the Lavinia, it's that my Omnath can get pyroblasted. Shit, man. Alright, maybe I will blink this on the way back here. So rebound on the stack. Ephemerate my Solitude. They forced this one? Alright, opponent. You got me. I don't know. My opponent's draws are just insane. Alright, well. I do have wow, that would have been nice with Omna. I guess I do have uncounterable carry attack with a 4/3 lifelinker, so why can't I use... Why is my cavern... Oh, it's on elemental. This is not an elemental. Fantastic. Why is it an elemental lord, but it's not an elemental? Oh, let's see. White green savannah. Dope. Still a 4/3 life. It has vigilance? Dude, you learn new things every day. My opponent only has 2 cards left, but they also have Mystic Sanctuary Ancestral Recall because Jeskai. Ha 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 ha, Jeskai. Oh, it wasn't a Mystic Sanctuary. You love to see it. Nice monkey. I'm just gonna attack. They want to trade 2 for 1. I think that's a win in my... I mean, it's not a... Nothing is a win in my book, because the minute my opponent hits a fetch land, I get an Ancestral on. So... Oh, yeah, I guess that's not great for me either. Well, whatever. Alright, well, if I top deck one of my 3 Omnaths, or Ancestral, or any Castle creature, or a fucking Windswept Heath, you know? One of those cards would be good. Alright, now they have Ancestral Recall unless I draw Endurance. They should fucking fetch a Mystic Sanctuary and put the Ancestral right on their turn so that I can't top deck Endurance. I just am so frustrated with my the level of play in this game. Why now? Why now? Nothing makes sense. Can I please drop Mental Misstep or something? I don't have double red. Oh, I do have double red if I just fetch, right? No, I don't have double red if I just fetch. Oh, I could fetch. No, I just want to play this out. It's fine. My opponent could have fetched on their turn to play around me top decking Endurance Slasher. My opponent is not new to Vintage. They're a fucking master. Have you seen how many Ancestrals they've cast? I'm gonna get this thing Pyroblasted. 100%. Yeah, Slasher. Come on, man. My opponent knows I have Endurance in my deck from game 1. So that is not a you can, wait, are you telling me that Slasher only plays 3 a.m. challenges so that he can like say have an excuse ready? Yeah, yep, swords, of course. Yes. I mean, at least I have a Dreadhorde Arcanist answered at the moment. So many Lavinias. Risen Reef? I'd love a Risen Reef. Not really liking a Plains here. I think I'm not supposed to... It says Double Strike? It says Double Strike? It has Double Strike, chat. I mean, they don't have a Dreadhorde Arcanist, or they would have played it, so... I think I tapped too many, but I don't really care anymore. They're done? How could they possibly be done? Are they out of threats? Why are they conceding? Did they think about their endurance play? Like, I'm gonna lose this game. I'm like 100,000% to lose this game. All right, let's just go to game 3. Please note, I don't have sideboard cards. Yeah, I think I lose that game by a large margin. This matchup should be like very good for me, I think, but I could be wrong. I wonder if I'm supposed to bring in like Rav Trap. My opponent goes in the graveyard so fast. No, I'm just kidding. Let's just submit. This is absolutely what you expect from a 3 a.m. vintage stream. Yes. Oh man. Yep. Those are magic cards. Let's try again. Okay, now this one's fine. Sure. I think I just bought Ephemerate. It's not great against my opponent's ancestral draw, but classic Jeskai Moxen. Another Risen Reef. Dope. I'm going to hold my Ruby so it doesn't get dacked. I'm going to hold my Harbinger because I want to cast it after / still have Fury up. My opponent's casting no spells. It's so good for me, seeing as I play 4 Cavern of Souls in my deck. Okay, I think I'm supposed to cast Time Walk first. Because then I could play Risen Reef into Fury. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just supposed to cast Risen Reef. Okay, so this is a red mana, and this is an every color elemental mana. This needs to be a tropical island or a tundra. I think it's supposed to be a tundra, so I can cast Ephemerate if I draw it. But a tropical island would let me hard cast Endurance if I drew it. I think it's more important to be a tundra. Galen land? A land would be cool here. A Solitude. Okay, dope. I mean, that doesn't do anything currently, but... This thing doesn't have flash, huh? Sad. Alright, so I assume this dies. Doesn't die? What does my opponent have? What's happening? Am I getting Dak now? Maybe they had a bunch of forces and I had a cavern? Dak might... oh, is Prismatic ending. Sure, whatever. I'm coming out ahead on that one. Okay. Nope. I do admit that I probably was a bit whiny in this game, but please give me a break. It's 3 a.m. and I'm playing Savannah Plateau Taiga. All right, both my risen reefs have been vanquished, but I think that's okay. We can Harburger. We can Harburger an Omnath, right? And then cast it on the next turn. Omnath is better than Risen Reef, right? Probably. I'm just gonna get an Omnath. I'm green, blue, red, white, Omnath. Oh wait, uncounterable. I've got to make sure this is uncounterable, or I'm gonna be in sad days. Okay. Take one, please. Man, 4 Cavern of Souls is easily the best choice I made when building this mana base. Sure. Swords to Plowshares off their Narset. But we have a hard cast Fury to kill this now, so it's fine. Oh, you're right. No, I think Elemental is still better than Naming Cat. I think Elemental is still better than Naming Cat. My mana's not super good. It could be. It's probably close, actually. I mean, I have an uncounterable thing on every turn. Should be good. Depends on how powerful my opponent's draws are, I guess. Like they could hit Ancestral into Dig, and I probably lose. Sack Fade shouldn't be too bad. Does probably find them an answer to Fury though. I probably have to kill Dak Faden with Fury if it doesn't find an answer. No, they found the Ancestral, and I fucking don't have a blue card. So they're up to 4 cards in hand. Oh, they're gonna let pass the turn? Well then. I think I'm supposed to attack Dak. I guess they can Gush the Sanctuary next. This does do 7 damage to them, but... So I could threaten lethal. I can't let them use Dak again. I don't think it's correct to get the cat. I think I would rather just hold open Forces and Solitude. Oh, wow, so they didn't find an answer to Fury, killing Dak. I like that. I mean, it's a good sign. There's a creature? A monkey with dash. Okay. Well, I'm gonna eat that shit. No monkey. Sure. Swords. Prismatic ending on my ruby? Sure. You got it. Why not? Why not? This one I'll name Cat with. How about that, chat? Or let's name Beast. No, let's just name Cat. That could get bugged. Cavern could get bugged. I know Cavern used to be bugged if you named Beast there, so. This is how you play Magic Online. You have to play around Moto a little bit. You don't want to leave yourself open to the old Moto bug. All is right in the world. It just took a little bit of Cavern. What a roller coaster of a round one. What an absolute roller coaster of a round one. If my opponent ends up watching this, I probably should apologize. I criticized your level of play a little bit. It was a heat of the moment, gaming moment. My bad. I'm sorry. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, chat. This is round two. This is the chat for round two. Let's Savannah the shit out of house. Oh man. Okay, so it's now round two, and we have a cat. And a fucking plateau. What the hell is this hand? I think I have to keep this hand, but it's not the best versus bug. It's not the best versus bug, but can we really mulligan double force, Risen Reef, double Omnath? I don't really think so. The best possible draw is like fetch land, probably. Yeah, someone queue up the... Of course, if it's not a bug draw, unless there's a Moxen. Of course. I'd love a fetch land. Fuck, man. I'm gonna get wastelanded. I don't think I'm allowed to play around wasteland, though. Maybe I was greedy in keeping this hand, but... I don't know. It feels pretty hard to put past this up. Oh, I didn't get wastelanded. That's nice. I'm gonna negate this pitching one of my Omnaths. Okay, so if I can draw like some lands, it'd be pretty good. Yeah. Not a land. Notably not a land, chat. I do have 24 mana sources in my deck, but... I mean, I'm not dying anytime soon. I have 2 more forces. I'm just not doing anything anytime soon. Okay, that's fine. They have some squires. Okay, sure. I mean, if I draw like Black Lotus, doesn't really do anything exactly. Could play like a Solitude, I guess. My opponent has drawn no Wasteland though, so I'm pretty lucky. 2 damage, yeah. Ephemerate would be interesting. Ancestral Recall. Fair, fair. I think I'm gonna win this game. It just might take some amount of time. I'm dying. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Nah, this hand's fine. I still have another force. This does give them dig through time mana. Oh wait, no it doesn't. This is a endurance. They could have Flusterstorm. Whatever, man. I need to buy myself some time here. Check my DMs. Yeah, I mean I could. This is an Oko follow-up. That would be a nightmare. Maybe it's just a dig through time. The problem is if I force this, I just probably lose. So I kind of have to let this resolve and hope they miss and then hit a blue source and Ancestral. I do feel that we haven't drawn our best cards. Mainly fetch land. But I also have 4 caverns, 2 basics that are not an island. So perfect. Just how I drew it up. So I've drawn 0 lands in this game, right? I'm 13 cards deep and I've had 1 land. Alright, well, I think this one I have to force, unfortunately. And if I get flustered, it's pretty bad, but what can I do? Oh. Now I'm pretty far behind. Yeah, unfortunately. I've drawn very poorly. Yeah. Shoot. Assume this finds Ancestral or something. I don't know what that means. At least I didn't hold this Ancestral until they found a Narset, and then I would have been sad. I don't know what that means. What does that mean, Lee? I don't know what that is. Put a Brainstorm in their hand? Alright. I don't think that the hand we kept was outrageous. I really don't feel like the hand we kept is outrageous. But, it just didn't work out. It took us too many draw steps to find our blue source to cast Ancestral. Like, my opponent has never played a Force this game. My Ancestral probably would have resolved. Oh, this is pretty sad. They should definitely not make a food token here. They should turn my Ruby into an elk, I think. Well, I guess then I can attack Narset. All right, maybe next turn they should turn my Ruby into an elk. Well, no, I think Narset. I think they should probably just turn it into an elk, so I can't play a 3-drop. Oh my lord, I just can't find a. Uh. All right, I'm just gonna concede. This was pretty unfortunate. Like I said, I do think that I kept a reasonable hand. That was a risky hand, but maybe against Bug, I should have just erred on the side of caution and changed things. I'm just gonna take out negations here and bring in some needles, I guess. This is sad. Yeah, I mean, I think we should. I think like Bug and Jeskai are what we want to play against, but maybe I kept a poor hand. Hi, Canister. Good morning. Yeah, double challenge stream today, I've decided. Couldn't really sleep for some reason, so. We went 4-2 and got 10th with Hogak, June. All right, I have a cat. All right, this hand's great. This hand's great. Yep. I have a non-wastelandable land on turn 1, and then I have Moxen, Cavern, Risen Reef is exactly what we want against Bug. Very nice. And I can even fetch a basic if I want. I don't know if that matters very much, seeing as I have 2 non-basics in my hand, though. Okay, well, the jig is up. They know what's happening. Now they might be incentivized to play like a Collector Roof if they have one. Of course, it's not a Bug hand unless they have a Moxen. Jesus. I don't think you're allowed to counter this because I think you need to always be able to counter Oko. Deathray Shaman, maybe? Sure. So I have red, green, green, blue, red. So Savannah? Savannah? Probably Savannah. It's gonna get pitched. I don't think I need to get a blue. I think having a Savannah sets me up better because I have a Solitude in my hand, and I have Ephemerate in my deck, and I have Endurance in my deck, and I have. I think I want a Savannah there. Though I guess this casts Endurance. It's mostly Ephemerate and Solitude that I was thinking about. Yeah, I guess with a tropical, maybe I want a Tundra. I could see that being true. Okay, yeah, maybe Tundra was better. I wasn't really thinking about hard casting forces because I assume that I have to do that earlier. I might counter this. What's the likelihood they kept in Flusterstorm? It's kind of nuts if I keep this in play, right? This seems good for me. Oh, they kept in Flusterstorm. Okay, well, I didn't really expect them to keep in Flusterstorm, but yeah, I guess it's a pretty big one. I don't have I do have 3 basics actually, so I have, if I get Wastelanded, I kind of want Plains. I guess I want everything if I get Wastelanded. I mean, Wombo, my deck is like 20 creatures. So, I don't know. I think I would trim on Fluster or cut it entirely maybe. Um Need an island. It's possible that keeping Fluster just for Ephemerate and Force might be reasonable. I'm not gonna dismiss that. I guess we can just hold open Solitude. And then next turn we can get a cat and hold open Endurance. I don't really want to hit this Deathrite if I can hit something better. I forget what they know that I have from Probe. Do they know I have a Solitude? Can't remember. They're going to attack? Oh, if they're going to do nothing, I'll just cast Endurance. Obviously, if they have a dig through time, they got me here, but I think just holding the Solitude for something more impactful makes sense. Hello. Any reason not to attack first? No, I don't think so. What is this? Oh, Assassin's Trophy? Sure. I think I'm just gonna double name Elemental in case they have a Wasteland. I'm not gonna name Cat or Beast or anything. I hate that I can't F6 after you get a companion. It just breaks Moto. Technically there are not that many 1-drops to misstep, but I don't really care about a second Deathrite Shaman, whereas if they resolved Ancestral, I would be very sad. So or if I misstep their misstep with my Ancestral. Should I play around Negation? Probably. So if I do this, I can still Ancestral on their upkeep and beat a Fluster. Uh, they wouldn't keep a negation versus me, right? That doesn't really make any sense. Ah, fuck that. I know this is not an elemental. Alright, I got force pitch force. It's fine. Now I get to resolve my Kira? Kahara? Something? It says 4/5 vigilance? That's fucking huge. Huge! Okay. That's fine. I'm just gonna replay it and target myself so that your death rights have shit. Also put Omnath and Ancestral back in my deck. Alright. We got to kill Bug. Alright, now the game 3 on the draw. I just demolished my setup here. Alright, we're back. Yeah. Let's run it back. This has been fun. That's a nice follow-up. Okay, I have a cat. I have a stupid fucking Harbinger. I mean, I'm gonna keep this hand. It has basics and caverns and stuff. All right, chat. What do we do? Play a basic and pass? Harbinger? I'm not actually sure. Don't really want to get my cavern wastelanded. I think I'm just gonna play a basic and pass. Fair enough. This technically holds up Ephemerate that they know about, which could, like, theoretically be a play. So it makes them have to play around the idea of maybe, like, Solitude Ephemerate, which is interesting. Yeah, that's fine. Don't give a shit. It's a bear. I mean, I'm probably gonna drop Black Lotus after I said that, but... Okay. So there's like some pretty decent upside to caverning a Harbinger and getting a Risen Reef. I don't think I want to do that. At least not yet. Maybe next turn. But then I can just get an Omnath. But the thing with next turn is that I will always have 3 mana after. Actually, if next turn if I get Kiara, whatever the hell it's called, then I can have something to pitch to Solitude, which is interesting. That's pretty good. I don't really have an answer to that in my deck. Maybe I can just draw Risen Reef. Endurance. Kaihira? Kaihira? Okay. I don't really know how. I have no experience playing this deck. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing here. I think I just hold up Endurance and then I can block. Maybe that's dumb. I don't think I want to be pitching any of these. I think I want to be hard casting things soon. But maybe I just lose to the Sylvan Library if I do that. Should I be fetching now to avoid Opposition Agent? Maybe. Just get a Volcanic. Or a Plateau. No, a Plateau. Yeah, I get a Plateau. Yeah, the Ephemerate might not be great. I don't know. Like, I haven't really played any games with the deck. I just booted it up at 3 a.m. because what else do you do when you're a degenerate and alone on a Saturday night? Per Canister's tweet. Ooh, there's the Wasteland. Okay, well, I'm gonna just this into play. I think we'll just put these all back in your deck. Sure, why not? Yeah, that could be true. That could totally be true. I mean, my opponent's gonna have some amount of creatures in play here. Though Leovold's pretty good. I guess I just block Leovold, right? I'm thinking I just get the Kahiara, and then I'll just I could also Harbinger and get an Omnath, which probably seems like a game-winning play. Or Risen Reef is probably a game-winning play. This also holds up Ephemerate, I guess. No, it doesn't hold up. Oh yeah, if I play Fetchland, it holds up Ephemerate. If I go get a Taiga. But then I can't play... I mean, I could Fury Ephemerate Fury. I could do that. I don't really know if that's a good play, though. I mean, they're gonna draw a card, and if they have a force... Yeah, maybe it's fine. They're pretty low on life total, and that would allow me to attack. It does let them use their force, which I don't really want to let them do. No, I would deal 4 damage to Leovold, and then I would deal 4 damage to Collector Roof. They would draw 1 card. That's not an unreasonable line, I would say. Let's try it. I'm down. I just don't like giving them an opportunity to use Force of Will, but they forced pitching Force. Okay. This is gonna go get Tundra. And then Cat. And I could I think I'm just gonna wait in Solitude after. Should I attack? I would trade Endurance for Leovold, which sounds fine. If I draw Moxen, I actually have Cavern Solitude, which is pretty sweet. But Time Walk is really bad for me. Holy shit, Time Walk is really bad for me. I go to 11 and I go to 6. Oh, you're right. They have a Electro Roof. True. Like I can Solitude here, but I don't really want to give them a card for their next turn, and I lose my ability to Solitude Ephemerate, which is what I'm looking to do soon. All right, yeah, I'm gonna just let this happen. Go to 6. I mean, they might not full attack here either because they are at 8. Depends on what they draw, I guess. They already pitched Force pitching Force, so theoretically next turn if we go Solitude, Ephemerate Solitude, and wipe their board, but that would give them a bunch of life. So there's some problems with that too. Are they just gonna swing out, huh? They have Assassin's Trophy? Is that what's happening here? No. I could also just play Cavern on Cat and attack with Vigilance. Seems pretty bad. Maybe it's fine though. They've already used Time Walk. This is probably an interesting play. If their answer is Assassin's Trophy, I can still play Solitude next turn. And I actually have Ephemerate up in case they have another removal spell. That kind of worked out pretty well. Their last 2 cards were Misstep Trophy. I go to 1. Okay, I mean, what's a guy to do? So I guess we just Fury this Leovold. And then they go to draw a card in the library, and then I lose to another removal spell. think it's better to Fury because they wouldn't gain an extra 3 life. But then I won't have lifelink on the swing back. If I go for Solitude, they gain 3 life, but then I can swing back for 3/2 lifelink. And I could maybe Fury like an Oof and a Deathrite Shaman. So I think it's better. It's actually better to wait so they don't gain any life right now, right? And I can just flash in a Solitude on their turn. This does have flash, right? Yeah. Okay, let's try this. I just can't beat, what, another Assassin Trophy? Also, now if they attack all, I can actually block the Collector Roof, maybe? They went to 4? Alright, well, I survived. They have Wasteland on Elemental. Alright, well now I can't play my Fury. And I died to this Oko in 2 turns? No, 3 turns? Okay, I can now play my Fury. Guess I'm just supposed to, right? Or maybe I could have waited to kill a food token, but now they have to chump with a food token. I think I was supposed to Fury last turn. Maybe. What's the reasoning? Treasure Cruise? That's pretty good off the top. Yeah, maybe. So if I draw another Solitude... It's kind of unfortunate. I do have good draws there, but that wasn't one of them. Yeah, maybe I was just supposed to Fury, and that was a bad play mistake then. Because then they can't attack, and I can still Solitude and have a Fury in play. Huh, yeah, maybe that was just a bad play. So I need to draw a creature here that resolves, or I lose. Yeah. It's not good for the home team. Yeah, library was insane, for sure. It was a fair battle, so, and I wasn't really able to pressure them, so. They drew another, are they gonna cast another Delve spell? Holy shit. Probably don't want to make this decision before you cast Dig Through Time. House has played this a little loose, but pretty powerful draw, so. Yeah, I guess maybe it was a pretty bad punt not to play Fury. Didn't really think about that. I mean, I thought about it, and I thought that it made sense to Solitude so that they wouldn't draw a card before combat. The whole thing was I was like, I don't want them to draw a card before they go to combat. But maybe that's not the right way to think about it, and I'm just supposed to think about what gives me the best board. In which case, Fury killing Leovold, and then I have a 3/3. Obviously gives them one more card, but I have a 3/3 double strike. And then I have Solitude for like a follow-up Goyf or something. Still doesn't look like that works out in the end, right? Because I get, so they kill this. I Solitude. Well, that does work out because I kill their Oko, right? Yeah. So maybe, I mean, it might still not be good enough, but maybe we would have been able to win this game if we had played Fury instead. Hmm. The real problem is that we lost game 1 by just never playing a land in our top 20 cards. I think it does still fuck up Bug. GG House. I think, like, unfortunately I had to beat you in 2 games and not 3 games. I don't know if my initial keep in game 1 was bad or just unlucky. It's possible. I don't know. Okay, round 3 here. We actually found the winner of yesterday's challenge, Alberto. Alberto historically plays only fair blue decks, so Bug and Jeskai. They won yesterday with Jeskai. So we get another fair matchup. Hopefully we can just throw 4 Cavern of Souls down and grind him out. Which is exciting. I guess we're just gonna, I mean, I'll definitely take playing against Jeskai again. Obviously there were draws that we can't beat that involve casting multiple Ancestrals, but if they have like kind of a lackluster draw and we play a Cavern, it's pretty good. Smoke Braider. Hard. Smoke Braider. I mean, it certainly helps the problem with all our spells cost 1,000,000 mana to cast, but yeah. I didn't put that much thought into the deck. I think the most thought I put in was fixing the mana base, because I got a list from someone to start with. I got a list from Not Me to start with, and then I changed some things that I didn't really like, but mostly I just made sure there was 4 Caverns in my deck and tried to figure out how to make a mana base that worked. This mana base seems to work enough, so I'm pretty happy. I definitely missed things, maybe things like Foundation Breaker. I did consider Mole Drifter, but I figured we wouldn't really need to get extra card advantage. I felt with 4 Omnath, 4 Risen Reef, you probably should just be able to churn through cards really fast. From what Not Me said, they normally were able to churn through cards with these cards really fast, and we just kind of haven't drawn that many of those cards, so not exactly sure. Let's try again. We've got a Cat Beast on the draw versus Jeskai. Seems fine. Yeah, for sure. Or you could even play the blue creature. I don't know. I don't know the answers. There's definitely plenty of room to fix my deck building. It's an interesting Magic the Gathering card, is it not? I don't really want to cast it until they're tapped out again. Yeah, I'm definitely not casting an Ancestral into open mana here. Seems pretty silly. Why doesn't this have Flash? It'd be too good. In other formats, maybe? I haven't really played other formats. I can't really cast this Flamekin, but it gives me something to pitch to Fury in case they play like an Arcanist or something, so it's kind of nice. I also have Endurance, Flicker Endurance with Ephemerate, which is interesting. I do need to draw a land, though. I think they have Flusterstorm, which kind of sucks for me. But I also can't really afford to be like investing Endurance, pitching Endurance, and Ephemerate into one card. It's just a bad exchange, so. Land, please. Uh, don't really know what we're supposed to do now. I guess we could just go for the Endurance line and let them use their mana super efficiently. Not really thrilled about that. It's possible I was just supposed to cast Ancestral on like turn 2. Just get it countered. Obviously, this play kind of sucks, but I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do. I don't really think discarding is really where I want to be. Oh, I probably should have responded with Ephemerate with that still on the stack. You want to just Fury? It's okay. But I kind of want Fury in case they play Dreadhorde Arcanist or Mentor or something like that. Yeah, I definitely should have waited on that trigger. It was a misplay. Whatever. I have a 3/4. I don't know. That line of play just really sucks, but I had 8 cards in hand and I needed to make a play. I'm never going to resolve the Ancestral this game. Sure. I guess I beat Fluster if I draw a land right now. All right, I mean that. All right, whatever. I'm over it. I don't have any more patience for this. I should have forced first before I pay. It didn't matter. Now I can get dazed and forced and anything. But if it resolves, then maybe I can go Harbinger. All right, they had a negation the whole time. They did get dig through time out of their hand. I'm just dead. I think I played this game poorly. But I think they had a Fluster the whole game, so I could probably never have resolved Ancestral. If I had gone for Fury instead of Endurance, then I couldn't have gotten Endinged. Maybe I would have worked out. I don't know. I needed to basically draw lands from now on, so I can go like get my Carrier. Well, they have a Monk. Okay, well that's not good for the home team. Unfortunately, I can't cast this Fury because of Lavinia, even though it would be really good here. Yeah, this is all a series of very unfortunate events. My cards didn't really line up in the way I hoped they would. No, so Lavinia's first part is non-creature spells, but its second part is just any spell that costs no mana. So it would get countered by paying it for free. Okay, run it back. I probably played that poorly, but I don't know if I could have gotten it to a place that we could have won. We kind of needed to draw land again. Do we have too few lands in this deck? Maybe. I don't think so, though. Maybe we're too we have 24 sources. I think we have the correct number of lands. This is the second game, though, that we kept like a 2-lander and never drew a third land. Well, I'm not really trying to cast. I mean, I am trying to cast 5 drops, but I'm more trying to cast 3 drops, right? Like my Kira and my Risen Reef. Like Risen Reef is like the big one. Like this hand's fantastic, yeah. All right, I should be able to beat Jeskai with this hand, I hope. I mean, we've also had plenty of games where we only drew lands, right? At the end. I don't know. I think. Oh my god, am I just gonna get turned? I should have played this Sapphire to play around Lavinia. It was bad, but I wanted to play around Dak, which is wrong. I should have played around Lavinia, but I'm bad. 3 a.m. Also, I'm bad. I should have played the Sapphire on turn 1, but I didn't. Fucked up. Dope. If they cast Swords to Plowshares here, I would probably counter it. They did not. Okay. They cast a 3-drop here, I would counter it. If they cast a Merchant Scroll, though, I would not counter it. See if they cast Ancestral on their turn or not. They did. All right, I negate it. Please go away forever. All right, they had a Force. So it resolves. And they drew a Lotus. It's pretty good. And they Pyroblast. Sure. And they hasted a Ragavan. All right, well, that didn't end up great for me. Oh my god, they can ephemerate their Ragavan. That's fucking gas. All right, can I draw Omnath? Wait. Hmm. So if I use both caverns, I can play an endurance this turn. No, I can't. Yeah, I can. So if I use both caverns on Omnath, I can play an endurance after. Because I go Savannah, Omnath, fetch second land, endurance. I think that's good. I obviously can get forced. Omnath is landfall. Oh, wait. I've never read this card. Hold on. Oh, it's only if this ability, it's not the second. It doesn't keep track of your other land drops. Oh. Okay. So in that case, I think it's better to just play an Omnath off of this and just leave my fetch for later. Well, I guess I could fetch and then Omnath, and then I might be able to draw another fetch. Sorry, I've actually never read it that closely. I don't really play budget formats, so. I guess this is red, green, or a volcanic. No, I can't get a volcanic. I don't really need a volcanic. I guess a Taiga maybe. Another endurance. Okay. A mentor. Okay. Well, I'd like a solitude or a fury. A fury or a solitude are all great here. This game is over. Uncounterable 4 and 5 drops. The key to solving vintage. I'm gonna put this on Twitter. It's a nice picture. I mean, it was like an 8 and 50, right? There are worse bets. All right, let's do that again. That was dope. I would play that again. Um, I mean, I have a turn 2 uncounterable Risen Reef. It's got to be a keep. I know they have perfect information, so. We're gonna draw a land, chat. Are they gonna just play a mentor here? Narset? Oh, oh, ancestral. Oh, okay. Well, back fade in. Oh, oh. All right. Well, yeah, vintage, I guess. What the fuck? My opponent's Jeskai decks. My opponent's Jeskai decks have drawn the most unreasonable hands. And look at this. My opponent's Jeskai decks have drawn completely unreasonably. I'm gonna get this decked. Like, this deck doesn't do anything. Jeskai is a fucking atrocity. It doesn't do anything unless you draw Ancestral. But if you draw Ancestral. My Emerald got forced pitching days. A classic outcome, yes. Whatever. I don't care anymore, chat. It's over. You got me, Alberto. You're too good. Too good. All right, here we are, round 4, Vintage Challenge with Elementals. Looks like we might have found another fair blue player, so we'll give it another shot. See if we can't get Redemption against Bug. This hand's sweet. Has a turn 1 uncounterable Arisen Reef. Which I like. I am a fan. I made a bit of a mess. Okay. It wouldn't be a bug draw unless you had a Moxen. Everyone knows that you can't play bug without having a Moxen in your opening hand. But they didn't use it, so that's always nice. Man. I think we're supposed to just cast Lotus Cavern of Souls. I don't think I want to show them Cavern of Souls, even though this exposes me to Daze. Because they're more likely to counter Lotus if I show them Cavern of Souls. I think it's pretty bad for me if they counter Lotus. Definitely going to use this to make green in case we draw Ancestral. That's not the greatest draw, but it does give me some Ephemerate stuff. Actually, that draw's kind of sick, isn't it? Because it draws a card? Never mind, draw's awesome. We're about to extract some value. That's unfortunate. Rest in peace, Cavern of Souls. You lived a good life. Now the question is this an Oko? This actually goes around Oko, or around Leovold, not around Oko. Let's see if they play an Oko or a Leovold. Okay, sweet. So this card gets around Leovold, and we can kill Leovold still, so. Okay. So we could mollywop him here with, like, Solitude. think I'm into that. Okay, so evoke. Sorry, we put evoke first, solitude second, risen reef first. They draw a card, which is fine, because we want to resolve solitude's trigger and then ephemerate, so that we don't make them draw another card if it resolves. Okay. And then we resolve this. And then we ephemerate this. And if this resolves, it's insane. Because then we get to keep, oh my god, we get to keep it and kill their Deathrite Shaman and draw a card. We're fucking going off. Wait, our deck is lit. We finally were able to do the thing. And then our ephemerate draws a card again. And they can't play a creature because we're going to rebound. Wait, our deck is broken. How is this legal? All we needed was the turn 1 Risen Reef. That was the key. The key piece we were missing was Lotus Cavern Risen Reef on turn 1. Who knew? Oh, fam, that's not going to work out well for you. Three mana, cycle, gain 3 life. Powerful play. Time to go get a Nomnath. I would rather not draw the Omnath right away. Because I hit a land. We definitely are crushing Bug in this game. This is kind of what I expected the Bug matchup to feel like. So I think like our loss to House was a little bit on the unlucky side. I mean, obviously, like it's a vintage deck. It can always like mow you down with a powerful draw. But this is kind of what I expected to happen. A Wasteland's good. Turn off Cavern. Narset, sure. That's just an impulse. Gain 2 life. Time Walk's a good one, actually. Alright, so we're gonna go draw an Omnath. It's not uncounterable anymore, though. Let's kill our Narset over here first. Sorry, gain 3 life. So let's start by killing Narset. And then I think we're supposed to just play Omnath. White, blue, green, taiga, or plateau. Taiga probably. Green, blue, red, white, Omnath. It might be better to play Endurance, Hold Up, Ephemerate. Kind of want to just knock them out. Man, this is so fun. I like this. Yeah, okay, sure. Good luck, bug player. My modern deck's here to get you. Sure. Have you seen a more beautiful thing, chat? Have you ever seen a more beautiful thing? Well, I'm glad we got to do what we came here to do, which is nice. All right. Another Cavern of Souls hand, another Risen Reef on turn 2 hand. This is how we play. If I can play uncounterable Risen Reef on turn 2 versus Bug and Jeskai every game, I think I would keep it. I think I would do it. Sure, Deathrite Shaman resolves. How about another Moxen? Another Cavern's not terrible. Unfortunately, I do expose myself to Wasteland here, but don't really have any way to play around it. And I'd rather not show Emerald in case they have a Collector Roof if they want to play. We do have a Wasteland, but it means my Cavern's not getting Wastelanded, so... Another Deathrite Shaman. I mean, I feel pretty good right now in this game. Oh, it's so good, chat. Shall we Fury this board, or... Thanks for playing, Bug Player. Yes. Good. I appreciate. Your elf donation. Oh, that's a good draw too. Now I have force up. I'm gonna play an uncounterable Risen Reef. This game is fucking over. This game is over. The missing ingredient was to draw like my opponents who only drew power 9. Yeah, it was. I think Cavern of Souls is like the real key to this deck. Cavern of Souls is so good. My opponent only has 2 cards in hand. This is what I wanted to do to House, but House got away scot-free. House, are you seeing what could have happened to you? This is what could have happened to you, House, but you managed to sneak away without even taking the damage. No. Guess what? I'm also a Force of Will deck. It doesn't feel fair, chat. It just doesn't feel fair. Once again, I can't F6 after getting Carria. Man, beating Bug is gotta be one of my favorite things in life. It just feels so good to be like, you registered a stupid Tarmogoyf Hate Bears deck. Get furied. That was quick. All right, here we go. Round 5 of 6, Vintage Challenge, playing Elementals. Let's begin. I have a cat. I again have turn 1 Risen Reef off of Cavern of Souls, which I accept. This is the best. Every time this happens, I feel great about life. I want to play turn 1 Risen Reef off Cavern every day. It's a good feeling. It's how we smashed the Bug player last round. Though it does seem like my opponent is probably on Golos. But Risen Reef's a pretty good start against Golos. Another Risen Reef. Okay. I kind of wanted to hit a land drop there, but this is also fine. See what our opponent does. Probably would force pitching Omnath most threats on turn 1 here. We don't have any Vigors in the main, and we don't have a Foundation Breaker or an Ingot Chewer in the main, so we have to be pretty careful. Post board, we get a lot of good stuff, though. Like this, I probably have to force. Don't really think I can let them loop me. The good thing is I'm pretty good against Ghost Quarter, but I'm not very good against Wasteland, so... A Moxen here would be... Oh my god, double Moxen Sphere or something? Wow, that's insane. So good. It's a good draw. Alright, let's see if we get Ghost Quartered or if we get Wastelanded. If we get Ghost Quartered, it's okay for us. But if it's get Wastelanded, it's pretty bad. Saga. That's also not great, but we can beat a Saga with our deck, so... Alright, well, I can't play a 3-drop this turn, so I am just going to go get my Cat Beast. And then next turn we can play another Risen Reef. And then extract the value, hopefully. See if we get Wastelanded, though. Yeah, we got Wastelanded. Of course we did. Alright, well, now they're going to make 2 huge constructs, and we can't play anything, so... Not great. Not a bad draw, though. Okay. can't cast this Kiera because I have double elemental, but I assume they make 2 5/5s. I'm not so worried about this because we have Solitude in our deck, but it might be too big for us. Could be problematic. This game did not really go the way I wanted it to, unfortunately. Second Saga and a Golos, probably. No, just a second Saga. Okay. Well, it's not gonna do it. Because they can make these 7/7s, so I have to chump with one. Pretty strong draw from my opponent. Crucible, Wasteland Lock, and Sphere off of double Moxen. Still not dead. Um, kind of need to draw into Solitude, but even that's probably not going to get the job done. If I draw into an untapped land, I could play Endurance Flamekin, but I'm just going to cast Ancestral and then probably concede. Well, I guess I can draw another Flamekin or Solitude, I guess. I need to draw Solitude here. Oh wait, I can always draw Solitude here. Kind of sick. Oh my god, they have a Ghost Quarter. I guess we just don't search, right? Alright, so we technically survived this turn, but we don't really have much hope. I guess maybe we do need to have a single Chewer or Foundation Breaker in the main. Foundation Breaker wouldn't have done it here, but so if I draw another Solitude and it doesn't do it, maybe Omnath into Fetch Land? Omnath into Fetch Land into Endurance would put me to 9 and it's just not good enough. Okay. My opponent's draw just did not line up well, but we have a good sideboard here. We've got Vigors and Chewers. You just cut and wait. How do we cast Vigor? Oh, these all are green, but that means I can't cut Endurance. Maybe I just take out Ephemerates. Maybe I take out like Time Walk. I guess Fury's kind of garbage. Maybe I think Fury should be fine though. I guess we always have Kahira for Force of Vigor. These cards seem like the easiest cuts to me. Seems reasonable. Maybe we would want to trim a negation on the draw. Seems fine. Yeah, let's try that. All right, I have a cat. Yeah, I mean this hand looks pretty good. I have Forces, Risen Reefs, Ingot Chewers. Looks really good. I can let that resolve. And just Chewer it. Or even just Risen Reef. I'm gonna let it resolve. I'm not exactly sure which. Okay, now I kind of want to go Risen Reef here. I guess I could miss on lands in the future, but doesn't seem too likely. Revoker, sure, on my Ruby. Yeah, Revoker Wasteland, that'd be pretty good. No, they didn't have Wasteland. Wasteland would have been a nightmare there, though. Okay, I think we need a Vigor, the Crucible, and the Trinisphere. But I could just play another Risen Reef. um, I don't have to do it right away. If it's Ghost Quarter, I'm fine. But if it's Wasteland, I'm not fine again. Maybe what I should do is I should just Chewer now and just Chewer this Crucible. Nah, I'm gonna Vigor these. But I'm not gonna do it right away. Don't think there's a reason for that. Saga. Maybe I have to hit Saga Crucible. Jeez. Man, that's a nightmare. Or maybe I have to hit Saga Trinisphere and then Ingot Chewer Crucible. Two Sagas. Hmm. Man, my opponent's draws have been pretty solid. We're still in this though. Can I hardcast? I can hardcast. Guess we'll hardcast. Nice, another chewer. Okay. So this battles. A third saga? Oh my lord. Kinda need an ephemerate. Hmm. I can't really chewer here because I kind of need to hit a construct. Though maybe I guess I could hit the Golos. Maybe hitting the Golos is fine. I have time, but not very much time. This saga, triple saga draw is just too much for my fair deck. Even though I had vigor, I had to vigor the Trinisphere instead of two sagas. I'm gonna need ephemerate, I think. Or even solitude is fine, because it draws me a card. Just not good enough. What can I say? Good night. Well, I was anticipating that I would have evoked an Ingot Chewer and gone off with my Risen Reef. Like, there was some worlds where I wanted to like play multiple spells in a turn. But maybe I could have just hit both sagas. Yeah, maybe I messed up. I don't know. I wasn't really. Maybe I think I had to hit Trinisphere though. Maybe I didn't have to hit Trinisphere at all. That was just bad. Oh, I don't have enough mana. Yeah. I thought I was going to evoke an Ingature and play multiple spells in a turn, but it just didn't happen that way. I don't think I was beating a single saga, so maybe it wouldn't even have been good enough. I did draw a lot of mana afterwards. I was pretty constrained on mana. I was worried that my opponent would like turn off Ruby and Wasteland me, and there was definitely a chance that that could have happened. It just didn't happen that way. They didn't actually have Wasteland. They just had all sagas. It's pretty hard to beat Saga with this fair version here. Even with a Vigor, maybe I need to play some more stuff, but I don't know. Sorry. I don't know. This is just like a nightmare. I can draw Omnath or something. I don't know. I don't think there's anything I can draw. Yeah. I don't know. That draw was pretty hard for us to beat. I don't know if I played it perfect, though. Maybe I could have played it slightly better, but we played turn 1 Risen Reef this game, right? Or was that a different game? That was a different game. Turn 2 Risen Reef. I don't know. 3 Saga. Too many Saga, I guess. Didn't really hit the cards that we needed to play against to win that matchup. But, I mean, that matchup can always be made better. Like, you can play a bunch of Foundation Breakers and more Ingatures. Totally a matchup that you can... I mean, we had a pretty big sideboard for it, but... I do think that you probably want one Foundation Breaker in the main so you could tutor it. It does sound good. The more we play, the more we realize that. Okay, here we are. 6th and final round of our Elementals experiment. It's going okay. Let's see what Radagast has for us today. We've got a cat. This seems fine. It's not fantastic by any means, but we can like Harbinger into Omnath and then Time Walk Risen Wreath Omnath. They're playing blue, white, red? That'd be decent for us. Maybe we're supposed to go with 2 Risen Reefs. I think I'd rather have an Omnath. So I can go Tundra Time Walk and then red, green, blue, white. I don't know. Something. Okay. Wouldn't be a blue, white, red deck without a mock start. Ancestral, yeah, that's about right. Strip mine, uh-oh. That's problematic. They have to discard a card to their ancestral? Hilarious. Tropical Island. So, are we actually playing Bug today? Or are we playing Rug, maybe? That would make a lot of sense to have a mock start if they were on Bug, huh? Yep, okay, well. Classic Bug start. Maybe it's 4-color walkers, actually. Could be 4-color walkers. How is Kahira? She's been fine. She's been doing the thing. All right, it's bug. Okay, yeah, everything makes sense now. Oh no, not Sylvan Library again. That's what beat the shit out of us when we played against House. Um, Plateau? No. Yeah, Plateau's probably fine. Time Walk. And then this needs to be green. Green and blue, white, red, white, green, blue, probably. Green, blue, red, Arisen Reef. Trigger. Land, maybe? Force is interesting. Alright, well, if we hit a land, we can cast Omnath. Unfortunately, double Moxen, Deathrite Shaman, Sylvan Library, Strip Mine Ancestral is not exactly a super beatable bug draw. I do feel like our opponents have murdered us today. With just some pretty solid draws. I guess it could have been worse. We could have got wastelanded. Okay, they're 4-color walkers. Interesting. Well, I can't technically let that happen, can I? I don't really want to get red and 6 strip mine locked. The classic draw 2 Moxen, neither of them cast red and 6 is some very much 4-color walkers stuff. I think I have to resolve an Omnath to win this game, so I'm just going to not force this red and 6 and just try to draw land. And oh, they're gonna ping the Risen Reef. Fuck. Okay, well, yeah, that's pretty bad for me. Maybe I should have just forced it. I mean, I think if I resolve an Omnath, I might still be ahead. Not ahead, alive. Okay, well, I die. All right, I guess I could have pitched this and killed Ren and 6 plus Deathrite, but I'm just not going to win the game from that situation, so there's not really too much of a point of playing on. Probably just leave the deck as it is and just run it back. Like I could put in a Miser's Vigor for a Sylvan Library. I could theoretically put in a Needle for Deathrite, Ren and 6 Oko Dak, Wasteland. I don't know. I can, but like maybe it's better than negations. Kind of hard to say. Like if they're playing a bunch of Ren and 6, then you kind of want negations. Oh well. I don't know. I'm over it. I'm over it, chat. How good is endurance? I don't know. I think you need it. Maybe you don't. They do have like Deathrite Shaman and Red and 6, right? And it's a 3/4. It attacks Planeswalkers. It's like one of my only castable threats that attack Planeswalkers. Not if I needle them. Yeah. Again, I think these style matchups should usually be good, but if my opponent leads with Mox Ancestral, Mox Sylvan, Ren and 6 Strip Mine, it's just not going to go well, unfortunately. Okay, let's try again. I have a cat. My turn to play Ancestral. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. There's no way they kept in negation versus me, right? There's no way they kept in negation versus me, right? Sweet. This is quite the hand. There's a lot of different things happening. Sure. Mm, so I theoretically want to hardcast endurance, targeting their wooded foothills when they go to use it. I think I want to hold my cavern and not get it wastelanded either. Dredge is busted, man. Nah, dude, dredge players will tell you it's unplayable. I still won the match. That's a classic slasher story. I still won the match though. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, my opponent didn't play a land, so they played a land, so they can't play wasteland. So I'm just gonna go like Savannah and Taiga. And we'll hardcast an endurance on that, and then we can cavern Omnath on our next turn. No Deathrite activation for you. Sorry, friend. What's your follow-up? Interesting. This is like baiting me into just furying the shit out of them, huh? This fury is so good. What if I go Risen Reef, uncounterable, Fury, pitching Omnath, Ephemerate Fury? I have to fucking do that, right? Right? I gotta try. I hope I hit a blue card off of this Risen Reef so I still have force. Just scoop it up. Just scoop it up. Just go next. Oh, we drew another Risen Reef. Oh my. Oh, the value. The value. Look at the value. I just get flusterstormed, I guess. Sure, you got it, homie. It's okay. We're winning by a lot. we are substantially ahead, especially with our second uncounterable Risen Reef about to hit the floor on the next turn. We're feeling good about life at the moment. Wasteland. All right, well, no longer an uncounterable Risen Reef. Noted. Oh, that's not fucking happening. Why would you show me that? Why would you show me Wasteland before this Renin 6? So stupid, so weird. Yo, what's up, Alberto? Hope you had a good stream. Congrats on your win today. All right. Woohoo! That's kind of nice. Now I have Ephemerate up again. Look at this value. Who's ready for this value? Oh, look at the value. Oh. Oh. This is great. This is just a wonderful time. I'm just having the time of my life here. Give me all the stupid Renin 6 rug decks. Actually, I'll probably lose game 3 after I said that, but oh well. INF played against 4 Golos stacks players in this challenge. What are you gonna Oka? The Ruby? I'm gonna bounce this Risen Reef. It's gonna be sick. I'm gonna get so much value. I guess it's better to just bounce the Endurance. Whee! I want a card, put it in play. I want a card, put it in my hand. Now I'll bounce a Risen Reef. Guess I could have flashed in an Endurance too, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Just do the thing. I think we want a Cat Beast here, so that this thing is a great attack. God, this deck is so cool. I'm just, just your typical elemental tribal deck. Whatever he turns into an elk, I can ephemerate too. Draw 2 cards. God, I'm having a good time. When this deck does its thing, it's just, oh yes, concession. You love it. You just love to see it. When my opponent doesn't do something absurdly broken, we get to do our thing. I think we want a second negation on the draw. Maybe we would rather have 2 needles instead of a solitude. Oh yeah. Let's do that. Did you see the first game of this set, Slasher? My opponent opened with Sapphire Ancestral Jet, and then had to cast Renin 6 off of their 2 lands. Off of their Taiga, or not Taiga, the Volcanic and Tropical. This hand is acceptable. It's a little fair, but I think we can make it work. All right. Keep. They also kept 7. Wasteland? Go? Isn't that kind of rude? Don't you feel that's kind of rude? I don't think they know that I have 3 basics in my deck. Though I do have to draw another fetch land to be able to find another basic, so maybe it's fine. Why would they lead Wasteland? Did they why would they lead Wasteland? Did they draw Delta for turn? Fetch land? Well, I kind of have to play the Savannah. I have Ephemerate plus spell too, which is kind of sweet. They're not gonna, yeah, I mean, they shouldn't Wasteland me yet, probably. Sapphire, yeah, okay. Yep. I mean, I probably should have floated, but whatever. Okay. Land, please. Fucking no. Fuck no. Bro, can't we just play a normal game of Magic without ancestral recalls? Land, please. Thank you. I just need to keep doing that every turn for the rest of the game. uh, another Mox, yeah. To be fair, this player probably plays 4 Moxen, so it's a little bit more reasonable. Is this an Oko? A Dak? A Ren? A Dreadhor? A Deathrite? Sure. Play like Deathrite Ragavan. Let me fucking blow some shit up. It is morning. It is a fact true statement. It is morning. Did we just draw Cavern of Souls? Risen Reef time. Hold on. Let's think about this. I kind of want to have red mana and green mana and white mana. So Taiga. Tropical Plateau. No, I don't want the green and blue mana to be on the same one. So Tundra Taiga? Tundra Taiga. Maybe. I don't fucking know. Seems a little greedy. Why is that? Solitude. Volk Savannah. Are you trolling me? I can't fetch Volk. I don't think I'm supposed to Fury right now, even though it would draw me a card. I think I want to hold here. I do have the ability to go like Endurance Omnath. Oh, just Pyroblasting. It's kind of sad. Now I'm gonna get wastelanded and be sad, huh? Maybe I should just solitude this Deathrite Shaman. Pitching Ephemerate. Or should I pitch Omnath? No, I think we should just pitch Ephemerate and solitude this Deathrite Shaman. Um, yeah, you got me. Hmm. This game's gonna be hard. Not sure again that I would leave in Daze versus the Cavern free spell deck, but I don't know. I don't know how to play Magic, so Raggyvon with Dash. Okay. Can't do anything about it. Used my Solitude. Survey says Solitude. Well, I probably can't cast that, which is nice. And I didn't want to draw it either, so well, I kind of wanted to draw. I think the most thing I want to do is them not to have a wasteland and me draw land. That's probably the thing I want the most. So they're going to exile a card from a land from my thing to play. I think they're going to play a Ren and 6 off of this, which I'm going to let happen. And then when they go to make the wasteland back up, I'm going to endurance the wasteland in their yard, and then we can fury the Ren and 6 and the Deathrite Shaman. Or just the Ren and 6, sorry. It's going to be +4. I'm going to have nothing left after this, but what's the fucking... What am I supposed to do? My opponent's hands were so brutal. Maybe I don't hit the Ren and 6. Maybe I do something else, but... Yeah, okay, I'm going to kill both Deathrite Shamans, maybe? Yeah, I'll probably just kill both Deathrite Shamans and then get wrecked by Ragavan, I guess. Maybe I don't need to do this, but... Just Ragavan's gonna kick my ass, I think. I can cast this Kiera, that's nice. Yeah, this game went really badly for me. Unfortunately, they just kind of had all the right answers to my things. They like mental misstepped my mental misstep. They had Ren and 6 Wasteland lock. They had Pyroblast for Risen Reef, and then Daze for Endurance for Solitude. Everything just kind of went poorly for me, I think. At least my cards are pretty hard to cast. Yeah, I mean, we played against a lot of fair decks, which I think is where you want to be with Cavern of Souls and uncounterable things, but in the end, nothing really worked the way we wanted it to. If I hadn't Fury these Deathrite Shamans, my opponent would have played an Omnath here, so everything worked out pretty well, all things considered. Oh, it might be good later. Better than them hitting it off of Ragavan, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna play my Cat Beast. Blocks the monkey. I guess I can play Lotus and hold up negation. I didn't really think about that. I should have done that. Now I can get lightning bolted, I guess. And dazed. No way they have 2 dazes, right? I guess I could have redrawn their daze. I could get punished here for not playing this first, but oh well. I guess I don't think I'd be upset if it gets dazed, but I should have played Lotus and then played Carria. I guess this would have gotten dazed because it's not an elemental, so. At least I have some counterplay to another Planeswalker here. They have an end of turn. Well, thanks. Sure. I guess if they had bounced it with the Lotus on the stack, I would have just replayed it. So it makes sense, but this works out way better for me. So I'm still like very unlikely to win this game. Like I'm forced to block Ragavan. They have an active Ren in 6. I don't have very many draws I can cast. There's a possibility I'm not forced to block Ragavan, but I don't really think I'm willing to take that risk. They just ping me? Are you kidding? Plus. Fucking plus. Incredible. Just plus on nothing. It's crazy. They drew another Ragavan. Yeah, okay, fair. Fair enough. Please hit something bad. Yep, they hit an island. Perfect. Yeah, an Omnath would be pretty good right here. I have 3 Omnaths, right? Oh, I have 2 Omnaths. They pinged me again? That's incredible. What if I draw Risen Reef? I don't understand. Well, now I have an uncounterable ambush giant thing. Should I hit this Scalding Tarn instead of ambushing the Ragavan? Is that more important? Probably not. Are they going to let me do both? They're going to let me do both. Hilarious. This has been quite the tournament. Yeah, why not just let me do both, you know? That's pretty cool too. Maybe they'll ping second Ren, ping, and kill my endurance. Maybe that's the line here. They were playing around it the whole time. Bino is a mastermind. They would have an extra card in hand here if they could have dacked with their Scalding Tarn. It's brutal. It's so brutal. Collector Flusterstorm. Sure. Oh, they pinged me again. Am I just gonna get like double bolted out of this game? What is happening? I think I'd rather just Needle Dack and attack face than like Needle Oko or something. And try to kill the stack and give them another activation. I guess theoretically I could also just attack the stack while it's locked down, but kind of hard to do that. Deathrite, yeah. 3 turns. Kind of need some draws here. Not a good draw. I'm going to hold it in case I draw Omnath and gain 4. There's like no chance I don't get like double Deathrite bolted, right? If I draw another Endurance, I can blank a Deathrite activation. Oh, they're just going to activate now? So am I just dead? Renin 6 -1 bolt me? Well, if they don't have bolt and they just have Deathrite, I think we're going to be okay here. It's too bad they used it on their turn. Good play. It's also too bad my opponent has their 1 Mox Jet to activate their Deathrite Shaman in their rug deck. Can't win in that regard, huh? Oh, nice. Sorry, friend. That resolves. Thank you. I appreciate that. You now there's now lethal on the table. Got another blocker. Oh my god, they're never gonna get a A lot did happen in this game. I got my money back with elementals. This shit's getting published. Let's go. Very nice. Very nice. A solid outing, to be honest. We played against 2 bug decks, 2 Jeskai decks, a Golos deck, and a 4-color Deathrite Shaman deck. 0 of the best deck in the format. Any of the best 4 decks in the format. We played 0 of any of the best 4 decks in the format. No Tinker decks. 0 in 6 rounds. People gotta stop playing Bug, man. I guess House is gonna top 8 this with Bug. But I don't know. So what do we have? We got Madi, we got Keyline, House, Yurchek, and then maybe I draft the Beats, probably running 8 cast back. Probably, I mean, Kevin just always top 8s with Golo shops on the Sunday morning. Maybe Jig and Jerry. Should be interesting. I don't know about that, Amir. Tarmogoyf can't get killed by Fury, so. All right. Well, thank you for hanging out with me this morning. I haven't really slept too much, so I'm gonna go do the sleeping thing. But yeah, this was fun. This deck is not that bad. I've definitely played worse decks than this. It probably needs some tuning. I think Slasher was probably right. You do probably want like a Foundation Breaker in the main, maybe instead of like a third negation. And maybe like you need another Harbinger. I'm not really sure. Canister wasn't impressed with Ephemerate, but in those last few matches, Ephemerate was quite good. So maybe Ephemerate's fine. The problem with Ephemerate is that it just like there's never enough creatures that it's always going to kill two things, but I'm not sure. Or three things, I guess. Solitude would kill like one thing, two thing, three thing. But there's like very, very little likelihood of that. I actually think the mana base that I created was pretty good. I do still want to add more fetches, but I'm not exactly sure how I would do such a thing. But in turn, I actually think for the mana base I created, it actually worked pretty well. Just one of each non-black dual, 3 non-mountain basics, and 6 fetches with 4 caverns. It was weird. It was a weird deck. It was pretty cool though. Yeah, so maybe the sideboard needs to be changed up a little bit. Maybe we want to get a Foundation Breaker in here somewhere, but for the most part, the deck worked out. And it was fun, and I'm glad to do it. I don't think I'll ever get to stream this again because I basically got to do this because I was a actually I own Endurance and I own Fury. I don't own Solitude. Maybe it's possible I could stream this again, but it's a pretty expensive deck, so the All Access Pass helped me really put this one together. This deck, I think, dies to Dredge very, very badly, which is why I played so many Dredge hate cards. 6 dedicated and 2 splash. I felt like I should be able to beat Fair Blue, so I just put Dredge hate and Artifact hate. Turns out I kind of split my matchups versus Fair Blue, but I don't think that's super indicative though of the matchup. I think if they have Ancestral and they do some powerful things, then yeah, it can be pretty hard for us. But when my opponents didn't cast Ancestral or they didn't have like a super powerful draw, I felt like I was definitely really favored versus the Fair Blue decks. So thank you for watching. If you watch this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Help me grow the channel. If you're on Twitch, check out the YouTube channel. Link is in chat. There's tons and tons of vintage on there. 3 years-ish worth of vintage videos. There's like 3,000 videos up there. Yeah. That's it. I'm tired and delirious.